essentially taken the filter, the low pass and high pass filters out of line. So we've disabled the front filter selection, and in the process of doing that, we picked up a bit more response.
Modulating, yeah, I am.
Sort of dipping in with a workshop here, a workshop there.
Walked away. They did a couple claps for me. Said, "You make us proud, Captain Lininger."
And I just
and songs that were basically 3 chords, so I could improvise over them.
It felt good to be on my own 2 feet and walking again.
All right. The film Matrix as an example, because I thought it did a very good job of showing if we keep on going, where we are headed right.
well, I guess it's hidden if you don't know about it.
This is what will happen in 150 years, and I thought they did that very well. And of course, first of all, I don't think we're going to go in that direction because we're changing all the time. But there's no question that it's obvious that if we continue to go the way we're going right now, we'll end up.
A phrase, an idea. But if you know it, if you look and sense it from a bit of a distance, you'll notice a progression of energy more and more. The magic that we are talking of and the magic that we're encouraging you to do is more and more a magic of transcendence.
I may have to reset the settings here in the pro. I can probably do that on the air here. Hold on a minute. Here I am. Back to you, John, from K8NY.
Anyways, we're running 870 here. Behringer Mike 220. Yep, a Behringer 1124 parametric a disabilitated peak limiting compressor here, which has gone by the wayside. W5JAY from K8YK.
You know, receive digital analog. I mean, this thing, I tell you what, it's pretty versatile. There's you can't do with it, so it's one heck of a rig. I think it's absolutely great.
Good evening. This is KA7GKN. The name is Marty, located in Glendale, Arizona, running an ICOM 775 DSP and other audio processing equipment.
I sure found that out in a hurry with this microphone. I couldn't get a decent sound out of it until I got the heck away from it. You can snuggle up to the mic and you can get more bottom, but it throws the whole spectrum out of kilter when you do that. And he'll EQ it different, and it'll sound better, I'm sure.
Receiver on the 870, Joe, so you may be the very
and
man
the
to
few
answer
that
it.
did,
Roger,
they weren't really particularly
play
interested
that
either.
for Mike and Tony there, so they can appreciate the
Adolescent
fruits of my
excursions. That's why we picked songs like that. The ad copy idea.
Matrix causes us to question what's happening.
Of course, this was 3 chords merged with the power of the word. That
Right there is
The last time I saw you, you were, and now you're
2 dB drop on the
so different.
be totally controlled by it.
If I accept every word you're saying,
For me is that I'm already psychic. I'm already in touch with all of these places, and I don't need to have a mechanical device to get in touch.
Transcendence.
Favorite guy on that show? The grooming guy. He always acts shocked when these men don't use the right products.
We are running the holodeck. Whatever way we observe the world around us.
So how can you continue to see the world as real if the self that is determining it to be real is intangible?
It's 70 cents an hour in the Dominican Republic. That's 6.6 minutes equals 8 cents. These are Nike's documents. That means the wages come to 0.3% of the retail price. This is the reality. It's the science of exploitation.
You catch yourself now, sometimes chiding, sometimes forgiving and changing. But in the fires of transcendence, you can discard those masks and be yourself. Be who you are in this moment. And you can discard your disguises, those old uniforms, those old outfits, those old images. Tattered and worn and that don't really fit anymore. And you can step forth naked, vulnerable, courageous. It takes courage to be yourself. It takes courage to strip away that mask and to discard that disguise, to set down your shield, your weapons. It takes courage. But when you do, in the fires of transcendence, you can discard your masks and disguises, and you can step forth courageous and free.
Out of the country and brought him to the international section of the Black Panther Party. And to gain access. Actually, at that time, I remember now, I was in North Korea. My daughter was born in North Korea because I remember coming back in September to my home and meeting Timothy Leary standing up in my living room.
Let's look at it from a different point of view. Let's look at it from the...
Well, I guess everybody can now claim that. Because that's how good an expert he is.
It was a big amount of bull. I think for Howard Stern, it's all a big amount of bull. I'm a big liar. Yeah, he was with me. He's the widow. The widow Chauncey.
I didn't realize that you spent much time talking to him.
Yeah. Well, he knows. He knows my motivations. He's got it all figured out. Brilliant. Shame on him. And shame on Neil Cavuto.
Thank you. Well, I guess they got endless hours over there to fill up at Fox.
No.
Of course, they're owned by this.
This could be the coming. All of a sudden, he could say he's attacking the folks he's working for. Bingo. See?
Bingo.
Bingo. It's like the Matrix. You just woke up. You realize.
You two have figured it all out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exactly right. This is the best thing that could happen to Howard. It gets him off the hook with having to go to... So now the fans can say, well, they're persecuted.
But I think the stories that took place that led to those situations that happened were what made it interesting. The stock footage situation, people today, and they say, this is amazing. How did they shoot all this stuff for a television show?
Point of view of the people in Bangladesh.
Upon the winds of transcendence, you can soar with empowered opportunity.
Schnapp die Zigarette auf.
Die ist doch schon völlig durchnässt.
Auch dabei immer noch.
Und schön auf. Hier oben.
Raucherlungen filmen wir jetzt, ne? Den Film nennen wir Raucherlungen.
New metaphysics. Just ignore the disturbance behind me here. In the spirit of all that's holy media,
Das erstaunt einen immer wieder, ne? Wie viele
I'm a foot in the place.
Nach der Zahnspülung die Ohrspülung.
I'm out amongst
Cool.
sort of a magazine montage kind of production produced
Die brennen immer noch, die Zigaretten?
according to computer programs
Schau, da
usually.
oben, da ist noch der Alex da.
Like about 98% of all media today.
Schau, wie das qualmt.
That includes yesterday as well.
Dann qualmt es nicht mehr, das ist gut.
Everything is subsumption today. So, like, we're falling off of the leaning tower of media the wrong way.
Zweimal ist zweimal, ne?
Which is the only way you can do it today. I hope they don't speak German or any of its close derivatives. Then I would have to be considered a bad producer. I'm allowing mediocrity to be blemished. A shot full of cajoles.
Who are starving to death, the people in China who are
It's just an illusion. It's not real. There aren't really people starving in China right
Die
now.
andere kommt auch dazu gleich, ne? Ihr könnt ja an
Absolutely determined.
ne? Gesicht an Gesicht.
It's just an illusion.
An ihre Schulter, ne?
Anyone who's really determined is potentially me.
Genau, du legst
Right
dich so
now I
hin,
am
das
actually
So, legst du dich?
pretty confident and determined. So that's okay, I'll allow that.
Also die Augen
So I'm
zumachen, ne?
producing.
Und einmal den Schnabel aufhalten.
What the hell are you talking about, man?
Und zumachen. Lecker.
All right, enough of that. Enough of that. Well, I wouldn't be a good producer if I was ignoring my debts to society, my contractual obligatory commandments carved in the writ of stone, set adrift among the reeds in the holy tabernacle of all that is sacred today.
When you allow yourself to be lifted by the wind, as it would be.
Writ large in the contract.
To be lifted. Receiving
duplicates
that
all
boost,
the
that lift.
attorney's offices. And there's fireproof
You can
box,
soar.
of course.
Limitless, boundless.
Wieder Freunde-Fans, ne?
Here's what you should do. You get up Monday morning and you get yourself on a plane to Texas.
Und uns den neuen Film Glück wünschen. Mund auf.
Take that letter with you. When you get to Texas, You get on the defense team of somebody on death row.
Starving to death. And the only thing that they
and then put all your energy into saving a man from execution.
Have to offer to anybody that is worth anything.
And then come on back here in a few months.
Der Wähler nach hinten den Kopf, also die hier nicht fertig. Das muss ich machen. Oh, der Schluck, lass ich dir ein Küsschen geben. Ein Küsschen geben.
You can soar. Courageous and free, with the wind you can soar. Empowered. Soar with empowered opportunity. Giving yourself the permission, giving yourself the authority of this boundless opportunities.
Is their low-cost labor. And in effect, what they are saying to the world is they have this big flag that says, come over and hire us. We will work for 10 cents an hour because 10 cents an hour will buy us the rice that we need not to starve.
Soaring in that energy of the wind, the air of transcendence.
You still want to confess? Go ahead. Come on. Really, you think Simon Dunn got his money? Huh? You think those factories in Malaysia have daycare centers in them? You want to check the pollution levels of his chemical plants in Mexico or look at the tax benefits he got from this foundation? This is all a tightrope. You gotta learn to balance. How can you live like that? I can live with myself because I can. You gotta learn to balance. Gotta learn to balance. How can you live like that?
Come and rescue us from our circumstance.
I can live with myself, but...
And so when Nike comes in, they are regarded by everybody in the community.
Immersing yourself to become pure, sparkling.
Because at the end of the day, I think I do more good than harm. What other standard have I got to judge by?
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
of surrender.
A personal rate of return is more complex. It considers the investment's performance together with your transaction activity, the timing and amount of every purchase or sale you made.
Is there a possibility that all potentials exist side by side? Have you ever seen yourself through the eyes of someone else that you have become? And looked at yourself through the eyes of the ultimate observer?
I absolutely tell them never to think about the diaphragm. The diaphragm is...
It's raining. There's your shower. You don't need to shower anymore, do you?
No way.
Thank you.
Who are we? Where do we come from?
Actually a large muscle that is located up inside the rib cage, and its sole purpose is to draw air in and release air. You don't really need to think about it because when you were born, you came out and it worked just fine.